All right, here we are at race 2, season 4 of Charger Cup, SRA. You see the starting order here on the pylon. Breaking Thunder, Zach Rainier Stone took the pole tonight with 10-182. Cars are going to start going onto the track. We'll take a look at the cars as they come onto the track. Here's the point standings going into the second race. Grace Williams leads with 53 points. Brody Gardner is in second, 9 points behind with 44. And Evan Evans has 42 points, 11 points behind Grace. Zach, 4th place. Tron, 5th place. Nakuri, 6th. Becky, 7th. Matt, 8th. Vapaloo, 9th. Maya, 10th. It's going to be a pretty close race for points this season. Zach here in this County Line Speedway, number 3 car. Looks like maybe his AO is on. Evan starting on the outside in 2nd place, 54 Moon Willow car. Chevy. Nakuri slid in there to get 3rd place. 55 Toyota. Grace is starting on the outside in 4th place. The Fiorentino Law Firm. 59 car. Starting 5th is Brody. 95 Hershey's Ford. Maya started 6th. She won one of the dirt races last week. She's definitely going to be somebody to look out for this season. The perennial Becky Aker. Number 10, Toyota. Starting in 7th. Vapaloo starting in 8th. 15, Leffy Beer car. Angelo Berry. I hope he resets his car. Number 16, Nestle Crunch. Christian Casanova back this season, starting in 10th, the 87 car. Appears to be a Toyota. Ellie and Tron finishing out the field. Ten seconds to the start. We'll put our camera on Zach here and start out. Took the pole by a pretty wide margin. We'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of banging here tonight. Short track. Probably going to be a lot of lap traffic. Zach's already slid back to 4. Maya coming up, 2nd place. She's done a lot of practice. Here they come down the back stretch. Zach back out front. Zach's going to start running in lap traffic here pretty quickly. See how that plays out. Maya's still looking for a place to go. Becky's moved up to 6th. Looks like Tron's about to go a lap now. And he did. Evan pulls ahead. I think I saw old Grace sliding in there too. Is that Grace in 3rd place? It is. Evan 1st, Zach 2nd, Grace 3rd, Becky in 4th place. Maya back to 5th. Pretty short laps here, just over 10 seconds. Looks like Zach's pulling into the lead on the backstretch. I think Grace slid down there. Yeah, Grace slid into 1st place. Becky now in 2nd. Evan 3rd and Zach 4th. Becky might just try to stay behind Grace and draft her. Now Evan coming around, taking 2nd. Zach coming around for 3rd on the outside. Becky now back in 3rd. Zach back to 4th. 4 cars up front. Let's follow Becky's camera for a while. They're only going to need 1 pit stop in this race. Becky now back to 4th, 3rd. Key here is going to be staying out of trouble. Zach now in 2nd. They're almost 2.5 seconds behind the leader. They are 2.5 seconds behind the leader. Now back to 3rd. Grace wants to make that lead as long as possible. She's just picking her way through lap cars. Now about to lap McCurry. Evan running in 2nd place right now. Only about half a second. You can see her up ahead. Zach running 3rd, 2 seconds behind. Zach got into the outside wall there. 3 seconds behind in 3rd place. Becky coming up behind you. Grace wanted to wait as long as possible to pit, so she had a strong car at the end of the race. Went in first, come back out in fourth. That's not a problem. Most of the cars still haven't done their pit stop. Zach Rainier Stone coming out of the pits. We went in first. Let's see where he comes out. Fifth. One lap down. Still a lot of racing left. We're going to take just a quick break for a very special message from our sponsor.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Let you turn things on or off from anywhere in the room. Just plug in the clapper and a television, lamp, stereo, almost anything you want to clap on and off.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
The Clapper is now available at all Hills department stores, Phase Drugs, and Wegman food pharmacies.
All right, we're back to Green Flag Racing. Here at the Dixie Grace's Boiled Peanuts 125. I don't know if Grace Williams has something to do with that outfit or not. Rachel Grace is pulled back into first. Looks like Evans in second. Let's see how far behind Evan is. Less than a second behind. He's right on a rear bumper. That's Becky behind him. Let's see if they're even on the same lap. Becky's a lap down. She's in fourth. Imagine that makes Zach third. Zach is third, but he's 7 seconds behind. Let's take a look at some of the other drivers. Don't get so much attention. Here's Angelo. He's in place 10, 4 laps down. Brody Gardner has been on some podiums here lately. He's running 7th, 1 lap down. Ellie's doing her pit stop right now. The Pretty Little Things, number 19 Chevy. Tron missed qualifying, so he had to start in the back. He started in 12th place. He's still in 12th place, 6 laps down. Good old Vapaloo. He's in 8th place, 3 laps behind. Christian Casanova, 87 car, 5 laps down, 10th place. In the Curie, pretty fast driver. He's in 6th, 1 lap down. Nyes in 5th, 1 lap down. Saw a car stopped over there. I can't tell whose car that is. Okay, it took off. I'm still not sure whose car that was. That was stopped. I think it was Angelo's. I think it was only stopped for about 2 laps. Rachel Grace still leading, lap 96. Looks like Evans in second, just a little over a second behind her. Everyone's done their pit stops at this point. A bit of lap car action there. Alright, looks like Evans caught up to Grace. We still got to get around her, but he has at least caught up. Go through some of that lap traffic. She picked up a little bit there. And he's right on a rear bumper now on the back stretch. Here they go into turn 3 and 4 at the finish line. Let's follow Evans' car for a while. Bounced off an inside wall. And he's around her at the finish line. That was lap 108. So we've still got a few laps to go. This might be a real close race though. 15 to go now. He's got 53% tires. Let's see what Grace has got. She's got 47% tires, so her car is going to be just a little bit slower, depending on the settings, what setup she's got. But I can tell you from experience, it's really, really hard to stay in front of Grace. All right, Grace is in the lead, 10 to go. They're encountering some lap cars, so that's going to make it a little more difficult for Evan to get back in front of him. Have to graze the wall a little bit there. He's the lap car back on his inside. That lap car may have cost him. Okay. Now he's behind Becky. I'm talking about Evan. Here's Grace. Here's Becky. Here's Evan. Evan just can't get around those lap cars. 5 to go. 2 to go. White flag. All right, here comes Grace. Let's see what the finals were. Grace wins it, of course. Some lap cars, I have to say, some lap cars helped her out a little bit. Here's your finish order. Grace wins. Evan second. Zach third. Becky came in fourth, so she'll get to play the screaming gesture. McCurry fifth. Maya sixth. Brody seventh. Vapaloo eighth. Tron came in ninth. So he gained a few spots. He had to start in the back because he missed qualifying. Christian came in 10th, Ellie 11th, and Angelo came in 12th. I think something might have happened to his car. He was running pretty well, and then his car was stopped for a couple laps. I don't know what that was about. But we'll get the final here from the finish line and see who had the fastest lap. Looks like Evan had the fastest lap with a 10:91. Angelo finished 12 laps behind. I'm pretty sure something happened to his car. We'll go down to victory lane. Get a picture of that before we stop the recording. I really don't know if that Dixie Grace's bull peanuts, if that's some of her outfit or it's just coincidence or what. She's pulling her car up in victory lane now. Of course, I played the gesture before. Stop recording. All right, that's a wrap for tonight's race, everybody. I'll get it uploaded. See you here next time.